Hello, everybody. Welcome to an edited version of my live that I am now going to be posting. But first, I want to get up here and talk about a few things to set the record straight. In my opinion, anyway, we all have opinions. We all know what opinions are. They're like assholes. Everybody has one, right? So here's my opinion. I want to first say that this video that you will see following, if anyone cares to watch it, it is about me right away saying I don't want any part of anyone saying that this is a dig on a particular channel. Not one bit. The particular channel, did I have an idea that I wanted to raise up because of a particular channel? Sure. But it was not my intent. Where I fell short and where I will apologize is me being a new creator and having people coming at me 100 different directions. I fell short and I kept saying the creator's name because I wanted to answer everybody's chat. I think that was wrong now in hindsight. We all have hindsight situations, right? So there's that. What I did say is if I ever did give, I would like to see proof. I don't care where money goes or how they keep it, or if if people get 10% or give 90% or give all of it. It doesn't matter to me. If I donate, I would like to know where that money goes. That is a choice. Now I got derailed, and again, it was my uneducated idea to go live and have 100 people going at me and not knowing how to handle the situation. Everybody learns. I'm going to learn in my future. I won't be letting anyone derail me anymore, or at least I will be damned if I allow it on purpose. So, Diane, I apologize if you thought that it was really meant to be about you. It wasn't. It isn't. You can do whatever you want with your money. And there was a lot of talk about people saying that they did give, that you do show proof. And if I'm uneducated about that, then I apologize as well. But I do not and did not do any of this out of malice because essentially the topic was about why do people want to give upwards of 50% to a charity that needs more than 50% of your hard-earned money. So take that. So take my apology or don't take my apology, Diane. It had nothing to do with you. And as far as the rest of it, it derailed. And you know what? I just now thought I'm not going to replay the video. I have it. I have it on private. Anyone wants to listen to it, or uh, I'll more than I'll more I'm more than happy to give it to them, give the link to it because I have it as unlisted, meaning anyone who has the link can listen to it if they wish. All they have to do is reach out to me. I'm not hiding anything. I just think I failed miserably, and I own up to that because I wanted to have an honest, open opinion about why people do certain things. And everybody did what they did, and I derailed from that, from being an uneducated and not knowing exactly what to do. But again, everybody learns, and everybody um, learns from their mistakes, or at least I hope I will. Everybody's going to make a mistake. It is what it is. Secondly, I want to say thank you to all of those who did try to defend me. Everyone who did try to say Mr. Positive was just trying to do that one topic, but so I appreciate that, and I appreciate you for your understanding in that. Um, so there. So thank you very much. Next, I want to say, being a new YouTuber, um, I do reside in a wheelchair. That's no excuse. I'm not playing the wheelchair card as most people would think I am. And that's fine. If you think I am, that's your prerogative to think so. I got caught off guard for the very first time uh, when I got called out with my real name. And that really scared me. If you think I'm playing the wheelchair card because of it, so be it. I'm in a wheelchair. YouTube is new to me. People who actually want to call my real name out, whether it's somewhere or not, is unprofessional and digging. You shouldn't dig. It's just that's where I was. I was scared. I was nervous. I went to somebody who I am that I'm very good friends with, um, people that I trust, people that I will always trust, 110%. And I got emotional. I couldn't help it. I got emotional and it derailed from there. I wouldn't call it a derail. They asked me point blank, do you have security measures in place? And uh, I had to think about it. People wanted to help me realize if you're going to be a part of this type of community, if you're going to jump in uh, on both feet, so to speak, you got to have security measures in place. So I did that. I called my local PD and I told them. They thought I was silly because they've never heard of a YouTuber actually having their name put in a database just in case someone wants to try to swat me. So I did that. I got panicked and it scared me, and that was the night. Sorry about that. And that was the day that everybody said you should have security measures in place. Well, when I got up on panel and got all teary-eyed, it was along that same week where I was just emotional. I'm new to YouTube. I am in a wheelchair, and I could get severely injured or severely hurt because there are cruel people out there in the world. I've been watching certain channels since February, and I can see how it happens. So I got nervous. So as far as now, I have a thicker skin. I won't be nervous wreck anymore. It's not just not what I'm going to do. I'm going to be um, strong-headed, and I'm going to put in place security measures, threats that were made against me, and I'll be recording those so that way, if things do go awry, that I can do the same thing as everybody else does. If you threaten me, I have clips on it, and it'll be handed over to the police. I hope I'll never have to do that because I don't want somebody. I don't want to be swatted. I don't want the police department to knock on my door. That's sick and disgusting. Now let's move on to the last subject that I want to talk about. A certain uh, creator in our community wanted to try to desperately make me out to be a bad guy. And this creator is more than welcome to do that. Uh, for about 2 months now, I've had a strong, uh, I do have a strong, thick skin nowadays. So this person wants to get out there and yell and this and that and say that I'm a defenseless idiot and I shouldn't play the handicap card and how dare I anyway, I'm going off script. I don't really have a script, but I'm just rambling and I just want to get this out. To that certain particular YouTuber, I have no desire, and I did never once ask anyone to give me a service dog. I am not going out for a service dog. I never asked for a service dog. What you are convoluted and making other people think that I'm doing is just that. When all I did was talk about having a service animal and how much I knew it was going to cost. And I would never ask for a service animal because of the cost of the item. So you're wrong there. Show me the clip where I said, please give me a service dog. Please let me get some money for a service dog. That didn't happen. Didn't happen at all. The doorbell ringer. That same night that I was very emotional and somebody and my good friends wanted to help me out, and you think it was e-begging. Well, let's get to the let's get to the e-begging first. Another idea, because I have the others written down. So the idea that uh, this certain particular YouTuber wants to say that I was that I am a sick individual, and that I want to that I talk about masturbating and this and that, and taking my clips of my earlier videos way out of context, and because all you hear in her 2-minute video is masturbator, masturbator, masturbator from my lips. You're damn right I said masturbator, but I didn't say it in the context that it was said. If you go to the live, and I will gladly give the same link to anyone who wants to see that, where I called out Yaba for being for in this manner. I said Yaba must be loving this. She must be masturbating, because she must be masturbating to get off on picking on fat people. In this particular case, it was Foodie Beauty. Well, in all cases, it's Foodie Beauty, because that's all her content is. She's a useless and she's a useless individual whose only content is Foodie Beauty. She's too afraid to move on to something different because she knows she'll lose half of her subscribers. I admit that 110%. Just look at my last video, which isn't on private, on Yava, where she is right at this timestamp where she is on, when she's picking on Foodie Beauty on the walking, where she is walking, where Foodie Beauty is walking or trying to walk. The look on her face, Yaba's face, is a sense of desire. It's a sense of euphoria. It's a sense of uh, the endorphins. That's the word I'm looking for. The endorphin look on her face is proof positive that I am not wrong in believing that she masturbates or feels good or gets wet when she talks about Foodie Beauty in the way that she does. Now later, a good friend of mine told me I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say masturbator. It's probably a little over the top, so I stopped. So again, that was early in my YouTube career. Those videos I did way before I even joined any community. And when I did join a community, that was said. They recommended that I don't say the word masturbator because it just wouldn't look good for your channel. So that particular YouTuber who wants to do a 30-second clip of me saying the words masturbator, 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 masturbator. I think she clipped me saying it 4 times, but she clipped it in a way that it makes me look bad, but it doesn't matter. Anyone who wants to know me, anyone who sees right through this particular YouTuber and wants proof that I said what I just said, just during this last rant that I just said about masturbating, hit me up. I'll send you that video where you can actually see where that nastiness comes from. Okay, back to the doorbell ringer. If you want to hate on people for donating to me to help me get a doorbell ringer, then that's sad. That's sick, and that's disgusting, and that's despicable. And you're going off of why are you taking the joy away from people wanting to help me get something that I can't afford? Now you're going to sit here and say, well, you can afford it because of this next topic. Truthfully, TRISHA, I am a gentleman who stood up for, I am a gentleman who in the beginning stood up for the person who I thought was trying to be good. I tried to see it. I tried to go with her and try to understand her manicness. Lasted about 2 weeks. It lasted about 2 weeks where I thought, you know what? She is a little crazy. She is a little too much. She doesn't know when to stop. She doesn't know. Um, Maybe she's playing a character. I don't know what she's doing, but she's way too much for me. So after 2 weeks, I stopped uh, supporting truthfully Trisha. Now everybody once you and I've heard in the past 48 hours, of course, since Friday or since Saturday, that everybody wants to bring up the past, that nobody can let go, that I supported somebody who is evil. Well, you know what? I tried to support someone who I didn't know was evil. You have to see it for yourself. In some cases, that's what I did. In some cases. So that's what I did. I wanted to see it for myself. And I tried for 2 weeks and it got nowhere. She's always manic. She's just crazy. But I think it's a mental thing. I don't think, maybe it's a mental thing. Maybe it's a show. I don't know what it is, but I think that's where it goes. So, but I went on that rant because it was also accused that I pay into her fan only base, her $50 only fan base. I don't even know what is a fan base? My question to you guys, what is a fan base? I've never checked her out. I don't need to see her body. It's not something that pleases me. Um, and I can't afford it. So to have you guys think that I pay $50, if I can pay $50 to truthfully Trisha, then I can afford a doorbell ringer. Show me the proof where I paid uh, truthfully Trisha to see her whatever she does on whatever this fan base is about. You can't, can you? No. So here's my challenge. Anyone that I trust, and I mean anyone that is friends with Laura, anyone who's friends with Makeup Mobster, or anyone who is friends with Tiffany, since I trust them 110%, they can come to me and say, "Okay, you showed the challenge. I'm curious. So here's my challenge. If any one of those ladies or anyone close to them that I feel that I can trust along in that same family, get a program called AIO Remote. It's a free download and you can connect to my internet. I will then escort you to my bank statement. And then I will say, look at the past 5 months since January. Does it say anywhere that I paid $50 to a fan base or whatever it's called? I challenge that. I have no problems with that. So you cannot tell me that I paid, truthfully, Trisha, $50 because you don't have that proof. It's all hearsay. You want it to be hearsay because you think that I'm all about wanting to support truthfully Trisha, when in the beginning for 2 weeks I did want to, until I realized later that it wasn't worth it. Okay? So back to the doorbell ringer again. Sorry, I rant, guys. If you don't like this, if you don't like my type of content, don't listen, don't watch. But this is me explaining how bad rumors can get people in a very dark place. How bad people or how bad people can make good people hate you because of bad rumors. And it sucks that you have to dispel them, but here we are. We're dispelling. Um, as far as affording, I can't afford. I could not have afforded the doorbell ringer. I just couldn't have. I live off of the government. Am I ashamed of that? Yes. Do I wish I could work? Yes. Will you believe that I can't? No. Would you believe that if I sit in my chair for 8 hours at a time, 8 to 12 hours at a time that I will that I have had skin breakdowns on my ass? No, you won't believe it. But that is why I can't work. So I am currently working on home-based business, which gives me a lot less. I probably pull in $20 to $30 a month for that. It is what it is. So again, the challenge is anyone that I trust, that I listed, if they even care to want to know, so that the community can know, if I'm telling the truth, I'll show them the damn proof. There's nothing to hide. My computer is an open book to those who I trust with AIO remote. If you think I'm kidding me, challenge me, ask me. If you ask me and you are not one of the three ladies I mentioned, if one of those three ladies vouch for you, then you'll be there. You'll be there watching it because you'll be there watching my computer live. So don't challenge me on something that I won't prove, or that it's all bullshit on the doorbell ringer. Service dog, we already talked about that. In no way, shape, or form did I ask for one. No way, shape, or form would I even ever ask for one. Next topic, for my birthday. It was a joke. 2 weeks earlier, on my birthday, there was dance off. People were dancing. People were having fun. It was made fun where someone said the words, "Hey, I'll give you a lap dance if you want." Or a lap dance, a camera dance, or whatever it's called. Pardon me for not having all the words right, right? Well, maybe you won't, but that's there it is. I'm not ashamed of desiring that thought. Give me a dance. I'm a guy, so what? Did I jerk off? No. This particular YouTuber who wants to be cruel and mean and badass, then go ahead. And anyone who wants to follow that person and share that I waited the hard on for that, crazy. Next, I want to talk about the other accusation of the same person, where I'm an e-beggar. On my birthday, I never, 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 never had my PayPal up until someone asked me to have it up. If you had watched my live, you would have seen that. Would you want to watch it? Probably not. It's 5 hours long. But I did say I did never post it until someone else brought it up. Hey, bring up your PayPal. So I did. I'm not ashamed of that. So e-begging on my birthday, if asking for $1 is e-begging, that's beyond me. Now, this next one is very important to me too. You're very upset that I think you were the one that said my name on my birthday. I think it was on my birthday. I don't even remember now. It was on one of my channels where my name was said. I ignored it completely. It didn't matter to me because I believe in ignoring what I see instead of commenting on it for the most part. At that time, I didn't fail myself, and I did do that. Later, when somebody who is credible to me told me with 95% proof and logical evidence that it was you behind the screen name with 95%, I'm sorry. I saw that evidence. I believe in that evidence. A lot of people still believe in that evidence. Can't help you there. So be pissed at me all you want. Go to war with me all you want. It doesn't matter. And lastly, the most important and the most disgusting, really. You want to say that I did something, or that, hell, I don't even remember the exact details, but something to do with a 12-year-old stepdaughter? What? First of all, that's disgusting. Second of all, that's illegal. So this idea that you're talking about me and a 12-year-old stepdaughter, show that proof. I dare you. Because just like the masturbator thing, I bet you have clipped it in a way that makes it look like and sound like I said something similar to that. So you say you have these clips, prove it. You say you have these clips, run me out of YouTube. If you actually have these clips, simple as that, because who would want to be around and be called a molester, whatever you call that, when you molest a child? I don't even know, because I don't do it. It's disgusting. It makes me throw up. So if you think you have that clip, prove it. Run me out. Run me out of town. Because it's laughable that you think that you have a clip of me saying that I did something with or to a 12-year-old stepdaughter when I don't even have a daughter. Never. I don't. I grew up in a group home. My mother gave me up at birth. I lived in group homes all my life. Never got married, never had sex. Go ahead and clip that, guys. Go ahead and have fun with that. Mr. Positive has never had sex. And I'm 47 years old. There, I made it clear for you, so that way you can clip this out and make it a meme if you want. Because I'm done. The challenge is on. I said my piece. This certain individual that I'm talking to is disgusting. This certain individual that I'm talking to clips things to their narrative and to make me think that I'm going to be scared. Where now I don't have to be scared, thanks to my friends who gave me a door ringer and the simple knowledge of how to protect myself by talking to the police department about people like you. Anyone who stayed to the end, great. And I will be here watching the hate channel, or watching the hate comments, because quite frankly, I'm going to be talking about what I want to talk about. And those three creators that I'm family with or I'm friends with, they don't like my content. They just don't watch my content. It's been said clearly many times. They don't watch my content, and I value their opinions, but I'm not going to be hiding and not talk about things that I'm passionate about. With the exception of one YouTuber, I won't touch because I made that promise. But the rest of it, I'm still going to talk about people who fat shame. I'm still going to talk about things that I'm passionate about. I'm still going to talk about questions that I have. And if anyone has a problem with that, do what you got to do. It is what it is. And after my video is posted as a video, feel free to use the 1976 Fair Use Act and react to my reaction. Anyway, thank you for listening, and you all have a wonderful, blessed day.